Good morning, everyone. I'm sorry my voice is still sour. Not feeling too good. But I'm gonna just show you guys quickly and briefly. Yesterday we had the pullback. For us to get double bottoms, of course, we have stocks to pull back to go back to the support. So we got that yesterday. Some stocks created their first lower low. So yesterday SPY had a doji. So I want to show you guys how to find stocks to scalp, just using the same things. I'm just introducing one small thing. This Bollinger Band usually shows us sometimes it doesn't show the squeeze on lower time frame as quickly as we need it to, and sometimes it does. So I'm gonna introduce you guys to another Bollinger Band that really picks the squeeze immediately. Like here, if somebody would have looked yesterday, it showed this squeeze briefly on 5 minutes, and then it was still in a tube, and then we got the breakout. So if somebody is using this, it's still good because it did squeeze, and then it gave you a sell signal, and then we dropped. Okay, so the other indicator we're going to use is our usual CPR, but instead of looking at it on the weekly, you're going to change it to the day.
Landon, can you take Nala to the bathroom too?
Is that Shiba? So we're going to use the daily because it gives you the levels for the daily. Now, still on the daily, it will show you a narrow CPR. So any stock, when you change, when you go to the CPR, go to the settings, you show the daily pivots. You can even actually know the pivots for the following day. If you can also change to tomorrow, but there it's only giving you the range of the top and the bottom. So it's telling you this is the CPR, this is the R1 and R2. That's the range it can give you for the following day. But I want us to use this, the daily. It's giving you the dailies, the levels for that day. Now, when you get the level for that day, is the same thing. It's either a medium, a narrow, or a wide CPR. So any stock, and you can see the ones that either they were trending yesterday. So if you look at ADB, it had a narrow CPR. It means there was a squeeze. Now, the CPR being narrow wide is all about the squeeze also. It means the range is becoming tighter and tighter. Then it means that stock something is gonna happen. Now, if you look at your stock when the market opens and you get the daily range, if it's giving you a narrow CPR, it means some action is going to happen on that stock. So that's one way to find what to trade. If whatever you're looking at, like you see a DB, it had a narrow CPR on Tuesday and it was above CPR. So it was a narrow CPR. It was a virgin CPR. It had touched R1. It's shallow pullback. It didn't come here, created a higher low, went R1, R2. When it didn't go higher, you will still be trading the pullback. It came down to R1, which was still good. It was from 611 to 603. Okay. Now, so the indicator I'm introducing, it's also a Bollinger. So when you go to the indicators, you type BB and then you type NIC. Then it will give you this. So this is a Bollinger Band with squeeze. It shows you the squeeze and you can know what to anticipate, the move up or down. The other one is still good. It can give you the buy and sell. And this one is also good depending on which one you want to use. So now this one, this red, when it's red, it's telling you a squeeze is coming. When this band changes to red. Now, when it's gray, this color, this is continuation. It's walking. That stock is walking up. It hits. So you're using CPR for the levels, and you're using this for the squeeze. So if you're finding stocks to trade, if you're looking at SPY that day and SPY has a medium or a large CPR, you will see from the price action, depending on the stock you picked, it will either be zigzag or it will give you some action if it's a narrow CPR. So for example, this MDB, this squeeze, and we can even replay this and see. So this is the 5-minute. Ugh. It doesn't show you on Hikinashi. Some of these indicators are so strict on the candles. Can only show you on Hikinashi. I wanted to do a replay to see how when this appears, but you can't replay with Hikinashi candles. But it will show you the squeeze on Hikinashi candles only. So you'll see this squeeze happening. It's red. It's telling you a move is coming. Now, if you have a narrow CPR, that's +1. You identify the trend. So this now you see the difference. This was this day it was wide CPR. Okay, so it touched R1, it came down to CPR, then went back to R1. It was still a good play. That's why I said some of these big stocks, don't look down on them because they have a wide or a medium CPR. Look at the range. So from 591, it was going to 601, which is about 10 points. So that's still good. But this one, we had this move down and then going up. You're not getting the good move like the one if it's a narrow CPR. And you can go back and see the days. Now you see here, wide. It didn't give you any much action. It didn't touch CPR and it was consolidating the whole day. So if that day you are picking a DB as your play, you're looking at this, it has a wide CPR. It is not giving you a clear trend. Then we had it consolidating the whole day. Now, when you look at this other day, the CPR was a bit, this one was wide, this was a bit medium, okay? So it went from CPR to R1. Then when you compare on this day, also it's giving you the trend. So here it was the CPR is consolidating. Now, compare on this day, it gave you a narrow CPR, which was on Tuesday. So it was above CPR. You get this squeeze. You went from 603 to 611, then back down. Okay, these are day levels. We are not, this is about scalping. I told you guys we are talking about scalping. Okay, so when this move is done, you've made your money. You can find whatever stock you're trading now. Yesterday, it had also a narrow CPR, okay? When it opened, it didn't go to R1. There was no, so we had a squeeze here, then we had this move here, and this is 5 minutes. It came back to CPR. Then we had this squeeze here, and then we started dropping. We went from CPR level to R1, okay? So if you have a squeeze on the CPR, this narrow CPR, and it's not going to R1, then you're looking at it going down to S1 or S2. So the move is to find those scalping. Now, if you're looking at the ATR, this is coming from 603 to 594. It's giving you about 10 points. So this is a good scalp. And then you go to your squeeze here. So whatever time frame, even if you're looking at 3 minutes, it will give you the squeeze. You see here for 3 minutes, it was showing you this squeeze from my time around 11 all the way for 30 minutes. It was telling you a squeeze is coming. So even on 3 minutes, you have a narrow CPR. Okay, so it didn't go to R1, came back to CPR, barely making a lower high. So you're using this lower high level. So this is 610, this is 607, lower high, and you have a squeeze here and you have a narrow CPR. You have check, check, check. This is puts. Get in. We had this move going down. So whatever you're looking for to trade, you can, depending on the time frame you're looking at, first, if you're saying, I want to look for stocks with a narrow CPR, on the daily or a medium CPR, then wait time for those squeeze. You want to play that squeeze. Identify a stock depending on the CPR. Now, if you look at yesterday, I mean, SPX will never barely give you that narrow CPR. So I told you some of these big stocks will never give you narrow CPR, even if you cry. Okay. So NVIDIA had a medium CPR, actually looking like a narrow, 492, 493, 493. So this was yesterday. Okay. It was squeezing, then gray squeezing. So this was not so clear, but it still gave you this move to R1. Now look at this all time. It was squeezing, 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 squeezing. And then we got this move down. So this is 3 minutes. We're using 3 minutes and 5 minutes for entry. Okay. Now you see the whole time here, it was telling you this time is squeezing. So if it's not going to R1 and if it's creating lower high, then you're seeing this is squeezing. It's not breaking R1. It's just consolidating on R1. This is a play. Look at the levels. It went to CPR, went to R1, went to R2, or even went even. Now, the daily is a good one because it gives you up to S4, R4. So it went all the way to R, S3. Okay, so you get a check. It has a narrow CPR or whatever, even if it's medium. For large stocks, please gauge your expectations. You would barely see narrow CPR on these large stocks. Any stock, those big stocks, big value stocks, might not give you the narrow CPR all the time. Okay. So you're looking for the daily levels. So on the CPR here, you come to the settings, you change to daily. Okay. You have this, let me see if this will give us that squeeze. This one can also give you the same squeeze, not sure. Yeah, it gives you the same squeeze and it gives you sell, sell. So here you have sell, buy, sell. So it gives you the same squeeze. Now, I don't know if it happens real time. This one can show us. That other one, I've used it, I've seen it, it happens real time. So I'm not sure about this one. Let's see. We're replaying. This one, at least it can replay on regular candles. The other one can only do on Heikin-Ashi. So already even without the color, you can see this is squeezing. You can already see. Oh. Edith, when you go to the settings, you type DB and then Nick. Then pick this one.
Thank you.
You pick this one. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
So this one starts showing you the color. So either that or this, the other one or this one, use whichever. That one is a Bollinger Band with that shows you a squeeze. Also, this one shows you the squeeze. So the color, when you see the blue color showing, just sometimes you will see it squeezing and it's not giving you the blue color, but this one is also giving you the blue color. So whichever you're using, that or the other one that shows you a red color, just know a squeeze is coming. When you're seeing this, you are using 3 minutes and 5 minutes for entry. Okay, so this one is telling you sell, sell. It's below the mid band. Just know the sell, the down move is coming. So this one started from, so 9, 10, 10 my time is 12. We are 2 hours behind. It is 12. So for over an hour, we had 1 hour to know this drop is coming. So I tell you guys, these drops don't just happen drastically. They give you warning, they give you time. So first of all, this one rejected 500. So this was a lower high. We know it has to retest, I don't know, 508 or 513. So this was a lower high. And then we got that confirmation is telling you a squeeze. And then you have the CPR. Ugh. What is happening? Okay. So sometimes this squeeze, you might see a stock is squeezing, but it doesn't give you the blue color. The other one, it will show you the squeeze red. When you see red, just know a squeeze is coming. Sometimes you'll have this squeezing and it doesn't give you the color. So you have a choice. You can use that or this one. But this for the entire over 1 hour yesterday, it was showing you guys a squeeze is coming. So if it's not going to R1 and it has created, you have your confirmation, you're using levels, it's a lower high, it's not breaking R1, it is being squeezing. So something is coming. And then the CPR told you this move, some big move is coming today. Okay. So you're picking your stocks based on this. When the market open, look at whatever stock you're trading. If it's not giving you those confirmation, you're ticking, tick this, tick that, tick that. That's not a play to, if a stock is just consolidating, leave it. Find another one that is giving you a good move. So this one, yes, it is giving you those. Now for cost, I want to go back when post year, when we had. So this sometimes is not as clean as that one, but it's still the same thing. You want to catch that squeeze on 5 minutes, even 15 minutes, you can see it. You can use it on 15 minutes for confirmation. Now you're seeing cost. All this day, there was no any squeeze, and that's why cost, you guys were complaining, cost was frustrating. Yes, it was going up, but it wasn't giving us that squeeze, that squeeze move that we want. Now look, the date reported. When did it report earnings? Wednesday? When did cost report? So here on Thursday, okay? Now you can even actually see those squeeze on 15 minutes on that thing on 15 minutes, 1 hour, if you want to swing, the same thing, okay? So here, post ER, give us a small squeeze, this red color here. So you see it had a narrow CPR. It was at R1, R2, R3. It went all the way to R4. So for post-year stocks, if that day you're seeing, it has a narrow CPR, 635, 635, 635. So it's telling you that day, this is expect a good move. Look at the range on the daily. This is the daily level. So don't expect the move to be big based on, sometimes it can go and break R4, but it's gauging your expectation. So from 642, 648, 654, 660, it gave you a squeeze here, went up. It pulled back, gave you another squeeze, went up. Okay? So even on a lower time frame, you can still see those instances of the squeeze. So it had a squeeze here. Then when you see the gray color, it's continuation. So if the market open, you saw previously it had a squeeze and it's not changing any color, just know that's a continuation. It went up the next day to R2. Okay? But we didn't have a narrow CPR. We had a medium CPR on this day. So that's why we had this continuation. So whatever stock you're trading, even SPY, if you want, and QQQ, the way Shiba does QQQ every day, you can do those contracts are so cheap. I usually say you can buy time, yes. But the good thing about trading the lotos for QQQ and SPY is that when you have this movement down, it makes those contracts real cheap, okay? So here we had 4, 6, 4, 7. So even if you're seeing the band looks wide, just look at the levels. this is still, to me, it's a narrow. It's 464747. So telling you yesterday, expect some move. Look at this range. Don't just look at the band. Look at this. It doesn't have to be a straight line. Look at the levels. So if it's giving you this is a range, it's ranging. The range is becoming tighter and tighter. Now look, we had a squeeze here. So look at this. When the market opened, gave you a squeeze. It's above CPR. You would have traded calls to R1. Then if it's not going higher, you're getting out. Then you see this squeeze. It's telling you a move is coming. 410, 410, double top. Double top. So you're getting puts. It's already preparing you way before. Look from when the time it started. 9:30 is that's 11:35. You're in Eastern time. So from 11, before the move started, 2 hours later, it was just telling you a squeeze is coming, a squeeze is coming, a squeeze is coming. This already telling you this is going to be a good day. So we went up. If it's not going to R2, then you're looking at it going back down, and this move happened. So you made money here, and then you're making money here. Okay, so that's one way. You are identifying what stocks to trade just by the CPR on the daily. Is it narrow? Is it wide? Depending on if you're scalping for that day. So Meta, you want to look on the day. So if a stock before market open it's squeezing, but it's not giving you the red color. It's telling you don't expect that miraculous move. But look here, we had this squeeze, but it didn't materialize. So if it's not materializing, you'll see this squeeze continued until we had this move down. And then we didn't have a squeeze here, but you're also looking at the CPR, 347, 346, 345. It's a medium CPR. Look at the range from 347, 355. If that's a good scalp, take it. Okay, we had a squeeze here, then it came down. So this is a lower time frame. You can't get those big moves depending if you're looking at 15 minutes. If you're looking at 15 minutes, this was a squeeze here, came down. If the squeeze is not materializing going down, then it means it wants to go back up. A squeeze here went up. You can use it on whatever time frame. Whatever time frame. But I want us to focus on 3 minutes and 5 minutes for scalping. Good morning. Okay. So pick whatever stock you want to day trade for that day. When the market opens, look at I'm just telling you guys, for these big ATR stocks, you might not get that squeeze in the CPR. You might always get a narrow CPR, but look at VGO. 1132, 1135, 1138 is not bad. It's like a three-point difference. So for big ATR, don't expect those huge, that straight line. It might not happen. Now this one, it was on the CPR, barely breaking. You're seeing the squeeze here. Then it went to S1, and but before market open, it didn't hit S2. Okay, so if you're scalping, especially for those people who are trading SPY and QQQ, you can use that just by knowing when the market opens. You can look at this and know what am I expecting today. So even if it's not a straight line, look at this, 472, 472, 473. So it's still narrow in my opinion. It's just that the band doesn't look the straight line like what we see. But look at this level. So it's telling you some move is coming. So it went up, okay? It went to R1. It didn't break this R1, 475, 475. That's a double top. Expect the move. down. So you have a narrow CPR, then it's not breaking R1, it's consolidating. You have a squeeze, you have your entry, double top, get puts. If it's calls, if it's like SPY had a squeeze here, it's above CPR, you're getting calls to R1. Gauge your expectations. So even if you're saying I'm holding, you're scalping. You guys want to make that money in a short period for 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 1 hour. That's the play. That's your play. Buy 3, buy 5, buy 10 contracts. Then you're done with that. Find another play. So when we have 3 different opportunities, or is it 4? When the market can break out, you have when the market opens, okay, it can go all the way for 1 hour, 2 hours. Okay, this was first hour, the market can be trending up. If you're seeing no move, like that day ADBE, if you're seeing no move the first 30 minutes, when was that? Was it yesterday? So here, now, when you guys are neglecting dawn, now do you see what is happening? This, when I tell you guys I love stocks that do this, is because they are squeezing. So you should be looking now for stocks, either they are squeezing before market open, or if that first hour or first 30 minutes, no action is happening, go look, it is squeezing. It has a narrow CPR, check. It has created a higher low, check. It is squeezing, check. That's your play. R1, R2, get out. If it's not going above it, get out. That's your play. So when you guys are going, this stock is not making action, it is squeezing. And that's what you want. If the squeeze is not happening before market open, go look the first 30 minutes or the first hour. That stock is probably squeezing. So this is 3 minutes. Where was that? So even on 5 minutes, it was squeezing. Okay? So you want to confirm that squeeze because you're scalping. You want to confirm the squeeze on 3 minutes and 5 minutes. If that's the squeeze, then it's giving you time to enter. So you're looking, is it a higher low? Check, calls. Is it above CPR? Check, calls. It has a narrow CPR? Check, calls. Get in, you have time. This squeeze is telling you get in this play. So you have time to enter before this move starts. Now you don't, if you, the ones you guys are chasing, now you come and see, oh, ADB is going up. It gave you from market open to 8:45. My market opens at 7:30. So a whole hour, you have time to look for plays. You can go all over your stocks on your watch list. Just find, I don't want to rush. I don't want to chase. Then go look for stocks that are squeezing on 3 minutes and 5 minutes. They'll give you time to enter a play. Okay, so this Netflix, it was squeezing also, like everything else. Then it came down. So don't if before market open, like now, if you're seeing when the market opens, the CPR, so every day it will update the CPR levels. If it updates, have your top 3. Don't just wait to go looking through charts for a whole hour. Have your top stocks that you're watching. You can look at the stocks on the top trades for the day, stocks with a squeeze or whatever. Pick on them, start looking at them when the market opens. If the move is not happening immediately, you have time, especially for those people who are at work. Now you have time. Find stocks that have a narrow CPR, or even if it's medium, do they have the range? Look at the range. If the range is good, that's your stock you're scalping. Okay, we want all to learn how to scalp, to make money with where you are seeing. It's not that you're buying and then going to bed, you don't know what will happen. You're getting in a play where you're seeing the move. You are seeing the move happening. You're not going to bed and then you've put money there and then you don't even know what will happen to that stock. Okay? So before market open, if you're not seeing a squeeze, it doesn't mean it's not going to happen. Look at it again. If you're looking at stocks, you want stocks with a narrow CPR, but even medium and wide can be good. Look at the range. Okay? If a stock is already doing a squeeze before market open and it's opening running, probably not one you should be chasing. Leave it alone. You are left by that train. Look for something else that is giving you that squeeze on 3 minutes or 5 minutes. And then when you see the levels, you have room to trade. Okay, so this on 3 minutes, it gave you a squeeze here. It was at 163. So counter check 3 and 5. Sometimes 5, you might get the squeeze happen before. 3 minutes might give you a squeeze here. So this one is telling you there's a move coming. The CPR is not bad, it's medium, 155, 156, 157. Look at the range. Can you scalp from 163 to 169 is 7 points? Okay. It went up, pulled back to the mid band, went up. If you're seeing this is too much for you, find one that is not rushing. It's not running. It will give you that squeeze. You have room, you have time, you have whatever to do to get into a play and not to be rushed. Okay. So this one yesterday had a narrow CPR, but didn't give us that good of a move. So it was below CPR. S2, rejected CPR, came down. I mean, these big stocks, Lily, when that move comes, you guys will not believe it. I'm just looking at it. I'm not going to force any trades on it. Okay. So even if it's a small stock, so this one, no squeeze here. But if you change, you will see a squeeze happen somewhere. Now, this move was from yesterday. No, on Tuesday. So we had this squeeze here, came down. This is 15 minutes. Then it had this narrow CPR. This other day, I had a squeeze here. So if you're seeing a squeeze on 15 minutes, then that can be a good play. So counter check 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 15 minutes. So here, if you want to find stocks to trade when the market opens, okay, look at if it has a squeeze on 15 minutes and is giving you a good range, that's your play. So this is already telling you before market open, this is going to be a good play. 133, 138. Okay. So it had a squeeze here. Then it opened, the squeeze happened before market, after market close, and then it started running up into market open. So if you are late in this, don't chase. Wait, look for something that will give you a play, a good time to get in, a good time to prepare yourself. I'm trying to find who's JPM. I don't know. JPM was running. Now this was JPM. JPM, finally, this stock, 170. I don't know how many years. Oh my God. Since 2021. Okay. 172, 101 from October last year. It has taken all this time to go back to 170. It's not even hit 170. Okay, so we had squeeze here. This is the weekly, dropped. Squeeze here, went up. Squeeze here, went up. Squeeze here, went up. So whatever time frame you're looking at it, I don't know if this the same will give us those squeeze on this other, our best friend. Okay, so here you're seeing it's squeezing the blue line. This one, if you miss it, then you might not see it. This is the weekly chart. So it squeezed here, went up. Then we had a squeeze here, and a squeeze here. So this you have to be keen because that's I was saying that blue line, if you miss it, You might not catch that move. But that red one, it will show you whatever you're using. Pick whatever you want. But for scalping, look at this move. I'll show you guys how to count candles. We've been counting days. Now I'll show you guys how to count candles. I didn't want to do today because I am not feeling too well. Okay. So whatever stock 3 minutes, we want to scalp. Scalping is you're getting in, you're making a decision, you're getting into a play, you're making the money, you're gone. Okay, a brief squeeze here went up, another squeeze here came down. Okay, so we had a squeeze here, came down. Now, if you look at the CPR, 166, 166, 166. So I say, don't just look at the lines, look at the levels. So here, this is a narrow CPR. But when you look at the lines, you might not get that one line that you want. But this was telling you JPM was going to be a good play. This was yesterday, and you can see why. So it went, when it opened, it was virgin. It was above R1, slightly broke above it, pull back, went from 167 to 169. Okay, it was still a higher high or a higher lower low. It's red, it's telling you it's a lower low, or I can't read. 169, and it had a double top. 169, 169, you have a squeeze here on 3 minutes, dropped. So look at, always, please, look at these levels. Don't look at the lines, because you can look at the lines. If you don't see that straight line, you're saying, oh, that's not a good play. But this was already telling you it's a good play. The levels are not, it's not AVGO, it's JPM. The ATR is not the same, but this was a good move from here and here. So when you're picking your trades, when the market opens, that first 30 minutes, if you're not catching a stock that 30 minutes, use that time to find something, either it's squeezing or it has a narrow daily CPR, or medium. Even if it's medium, look at the range. So don't just neglect stocks because, oh, Virginia said only look at, you see ISRG on Tuesday, 327, 328, 328, telling you this is a good play. It's above CPR. It went up, rejected R1, had a squeeze here, went up, broke R1, had a squeeze here, and went to R2. Now look at the range, 331 to 337. You want to scalp, so if you didn't scalp here, come look at lunch hour, mid-morning, lunch hour, power hour. You will get a play. Every day you will get a play, but you have to put in the time. This indicator for, I don't use this or the other one you guys love. I prefer this one. Just type, oh my God. This one, I love it because it uses RSI. So if a stock is overbought, you'll see it will create that lower low, higher high. If it's oversold, this one, Charity, it's RSI swing indicator by this guy. I like it because it's based on RSI. So if a stock is overbought, it will give you a higher high or a lower high. If it's oversold, it will give you a lower low or a higher low. So I like the fact that it's using RSI. So that's why I prefer it rather than the other one. Everybody loves the one for colors. Okay. So it's giving you a higher low. It's giving you the levels. It's higher. It's a narrow CPR. So even this day, it was a narrow CPR. You have a squeeze here. Before market open, went from R1, R2, R3. You're scalping, pulled back to R1, still a good move, a higher low. Going back R2, rejected R3 here. You have a double top, 331, 331. You've retested this level, you're done. The same stock, you'd be trading it, going up. You can trade pullback if you're somebody who wants to scalp the whole day, or you can say you're trading it up, it pulls back, creates a higher low, you're riding it back up. 2 plays, the same stock, you're done. Okay, so it has a narrow CPR, That's your play that day. When the market opens, take those few minutes. You're finding stocks. Donna, you want FedEx? FedEx, we have a strategy. You guys remember Coast, the same strategy. FedEx, same strategy. So this one broke out of these levels. Of course, you cannot use the same daily for stocks that have reported earnings. They've broken their levels. So what were the levels for? I mean, this is what I'm saying, Donna. A stock that has reported earnings, you can't expect it to have this kind of range. It reported ER. So of course it's gonna go drop way below. You're not using daily. It was reporting earnings. For earnings, Donna, what CPR levels are we using?
I would use the weekly.
Donna, for earnings, what levels are we using? Who else knows? For earnings, what do we use? Do you use weekly? At ease. For earnings, what levels are we using? Majameni.
Monthly.
Monthly. You can't even use, you're not looking at daily, it's monthly. Because we know stocks during earnings, they fill those gaps. You're using monthly. So these are the levels you're looking at for the entire month. This stock is reporting earnings, okay? It was bullish when December started. So this is the whole month. It's telling you the whole month from December 1st to December 31st, these are the levels. So it was above CPR, went to R1, went to R2, and here slightly broke R3, slightly broke R3, and we were anticipating it to come down. That strategy was anticipating a pullback, then a rip. I explained the same. FedEx is the same as AVGO, Coast, Lulu. So Lulu was running up to earnings, then it pulled back. AVGO was running up, started pulling back before earnings. Then now it started ripping after. So now you're using monthly. So if you're anticipating I'm trading puts, it's telling you this can drop to R1, R2, R2, R1, CPR. And that's what it did. It even touched S1. So this is what you're using for swing. If you're anticipating to swing stocks for earnings, please use the monthly CPR. You can't be looking at daily. And this, when you look at the monthly, you can actually anticipate. So if I'm getting puts, it can go all the way. And that's what it did. It touched S1 here, 239. Donna, you're not looking at daily.
Okay, I just wanted to know if you can use that same strategy to scalp that. So, but this is not a good one to use for the scalp in any way.
Any stock that has reported earnings, you're not using weekly, you're not using daily levels. It went from, Donna, it went from 283 to 239. It is almost 50 points. This drop, there's no way you can use a weekly for stocks. We've always talked about these stocks reporting earnings. Look at the monthly CPR, not even the weekly. And even this, the weekly, it is still within the levels. Some stocks will break out of this. You see, it slightly broke. So the weekly S3 was 240. It broke it. So you can't refer this with the daily. It's outside the daily levels. So for stocks that have reported earnings, this is not this is not what you use. It is still not going to give you stocks within. It broke the levels for the daily. So you can't refer to this. This one's you're only referring to stocks. Stocks that have reported earnings still refer to monthly levels. It has dropped 50 points. You can't be using daily or weekly. Okay? But if you look at ADBE, So ADBE here, when it reported earnings, these were the daily levels. It's a big ATR stock. So these were the levels. And you see this week, it broke below the S4. And then this next day, you will still not be using because it's still outside the levels. But look now, on this day, now it came back to within the daily level. So it's giving you the daily levels. And then now as it goes on, you see here, it was only giving you R1. This next day, it's giving you, it give you up to up to R4, but it has come within the levels compared to here where it was outside. So until FedEx come within the levels for the daily range, you can't use it. Still refer to the monthly levels or use 30.
Okay.
Okay, for earnings daily, you're not using daily for earnings. Always look at the monthly. And if you're using 30, look at the swing. You're not using day, you're not using multi. You're using the swing. Okay. So for FedEx, this won't work.
Okay.
Okay. So this, you had an narrow CPR here, you had a narrow CPR for the day here. We got this move, we got this move. Pick whatever stock you're trading, you're picking a stock that it's promising you to make a move. Now you see it's called FedEx. This is
Next.
oh, I'm not feeling.
Netflix.
Oh, in my head. Netflix. So if you look at Netflix from Monday, so Monday, if this stock is already above CPR, it has, yes, you've seen it has an arrow CPR, but these levels is broken. You still can't refer to this. So you have to change from daily and put weekly so that you know your exit level. If it has broken this level, it has gone outside. Now, if you look at this on the weekly, do you see why Netflix was a good play this week? I don't know if you guys still look at the the CPR on Monday. So it was telling you Netflix was going to be a good play. It has a narrow weekly CPR. So it was reiterated by the daily narrow CPR, but now it broke those levels. So you want to know the levels on the weekly. So it was above CPR. It opened above R1, went rejected R2 here, slightly rejected it again, then pulled back. Okay. And then it created a higher low, and then it went back up, created a lower high. So that day, if you are missing this, you can scalp this depending on what you want to do. Now, come the following day, it created a higher low here, and then went again to R2, slightly broke it. The same levels for the weekly. So when a stock has broken the daily levels, refer to the weekly. But most of the time, if it's a stock that was not already trending up, it will be within the daily levels. Okay, so here still the same weekly. This is Wednesday, yesterday. It was still above R2. It rejected, so it hit 500. Ooh, finally. I don't know after how many years. Then we hit a double top here. So even without knowing the squeeze, this is what I said. We are looking for double tops and double bottoms. So if you are just waiting for double bottom, how will that stock go back to the bottom? It has to drop. This is a top, it's a top. So we were looking for double tops and double bottoms. And I said yesterday morning, look for double bottoms today. So it meant we have to come back down to create double bottom. So it was either double top that comes first or double bottom that comes first. So we had stocks that had double bottoms. So from Friday, So from Friday and Monday. So here, Netflix had a double bottom here. And I said you have to go to a lower time frame to see these double bottoms and triple bottoms. Don't be on the daily chart and you're saying, I'm looking for a double bottom. You won't see it. Okay. So this one had, this was a higher low, 464, 466, 467. That's a double bottom. This happened on Friday, and that's why it went up. Then when it pulled back, this is 482. It's a 482, a higher low, and then 484, a higher low. So if a stock already had a double bottom, you're looking for a double bottom or a higher low or double top or a lower high. So this was higher low and another higher low. Then we went up. Okay. Then finally, Wednesday, we had double tops. For us to go back to double bottom, we have to have double top. So you have to be on a lower time frame to see these double tops. Don't be there on daily and saying, I'm looking for double top. I insisted we have to be on a lower time frame. Okay. So find those squeeze. You want to trade. Why is it that we want those squeezing? You guys want boring, and that boring is the squeeze. If you're running away from this boring, then it means you're missing this. And this boring, it gives you an opportunity to prepare. You have this whole time. I stop telling you, I'm making a move. So this is 500, 500. I'm going down. You don't need a record, a scientist or somebody, an analyst or Leroy to tell you get puts. It's just you. Huh? 500. We've not hit this level. So when Netflix, that was November 2021, post-COVID. Look at these levels when we were in this 500. Was in 2020. This was when it hit. Yeah, 2020. 3 years is when we are seeing these levels again. So of course, the first time, everybody's panicking. What? We've hit 500. Let me take my profit. Everybody's securing their profit. Then it tries again. All these levels you're seeing, QQQ 410, SPY, they've not seen these levels for 3 years, 2 years, 3 years. So of course, everybody's taking profits. After that is what we want to see today. If we're going to create higher lows, so that's why I've always insisted when stocks hit all-time high, don't be quick to say, oh, I'm bundling on puts or whatever, because it's just a reaction, a reflex. Everybody, we've not seen this level, all-time high levels, 52-week high levels, we've not seen. It means a whole year we've not seen this level, or forever. This is the first time we're seeing this level, all-time high. Everybody will be taking profits. Okay, so yes, play this because everybody's taking profit and you have a sell-off, but don't be so quick to. Even swinging can be risky because everybody will want to take it back and test this level again. You know, everybody wants to see, are we going to break this 500? Okay, so that's why I said, look for those double bottoms, double tops. When we have this sell-off, we are looking for double bottom, double top, or we are looking for higher low or lower high. So here we had now you're seeing here we had this 500. You might have not seen it had hit this 500 the first time. That's why I said, go to a lower time frame, 5 minutes, sometimes even 3 minutes to see. So here we had 500. Then we had another 500 again. This is a double top. We have a squeeze, get puts. Okay, then we try again this. We'll have to, everybody will want to see, are we going to, everybody is shocked. It's 2 years, 3 years since we've seen this level. Everyone is securing profits. They want to see if we can retest this level again. So always be cautious. Trade this pullback. Everybody's rushing to take profit, yes. And if you guys were counting days, yesterday was day 3 for most of these stocks. Yesterday was day 3. So all this knowledge and strategies you guys have, use it to make money every day. I know people want to swing and everything, but if you make this money, you're making 500, 1,000, some people are making 5,000 a day. You will not be bothered with this swinging, even though I sing about it. Sometimes if you have the time to scalp, make the money, maximize on it. Okay? Every time we're hitting an all-time high of 52, be cautious, because we can have the market trying, yes, we are selling off because everybody's taking profit, but they might take this price back up. They want to retest this level. Okay? So always be cautious. Okay, so now this one has a squeeze on 5 minutes. You might see the move will start going up. The same thing I'm seeing, many stocks are green. So those are the double bottoms we were looking for yesterday. After that sell-off, we're looking now for double bottoms. So if you've been looking at the charts, any stock you're looking at, if you have identified a double bottom, you see SPY, there's a squeeze on 5 minutes. You want to find those squeeze mostly on a higher time frame. Okay, so when the market opens, you want to see what is there. So this is the weekly CPR. We still have a narrow CPR, 465, 464. In my opinion, that's narrow. So we got this move. It went to R1, barely survived, pulled back. It's still, if it's still rejecting this same level, 464, if it's still rejecting this 464, then it means it wants to go back up. We still haven't hit 479. For SPY, it hasn't hit 479. It's because we have so many stocks that are making SPY lag behind. We have all these stocks that are tech stocks that are pulling back. But for QQQ, yesterday it said, I don't care about semiconductors. I'm going to do what I'm doing. It went and broke that 408. Okay. So this, as stock, when it hits, retest and break a key level, it is telling you, I want to go higher, pull back, continuation. So this is 402, 404. It broke 404, went to 402. So we are looking at it. So this is 403. Always go back. Don't just look at the same day. Double bottoms, double top, you'll find it when you go back. So we have 403, we have 404, and we have 402 here. So it broke these two levels. Okay, so we're still looking for that 397. That's the key level, 397. It rejected 397. It didn't even go to 400. So here we have our double bottom, if you see. We have this 403, we have 402. Okay, so we want to see if it will have a squeeze. If it has a squeeze on 15 minutes, even better. Means we might get a better move when the market opens. But you can look for squeeze even on 5 minutes, on 15 minutes here. And you're seeing, is it above R1? Is it above CPR? Ride it back up. But there's a danger. This RSI, it shows you, I love it because it's based on RSI. It's RSI swing indicator by David. I can't read this, David. So the reason I love it is because it's based on RSI, overbought and oversold. If you're seeing a higher high, whatever time frame you're looking at it, it's showing you a higher high. That's an overbought. If it's showing you a higher low, it's oversold. Okay, so and it's real time. It will appear immediately. So here, 410, 410, get puts, double top, write it down. So every time a stock is hitting all-time high or 52-week high, always anticipate sell-off. Always take profit. These pullback contracts were cheap. $34, I think I had that. And I went to take a nap. I got and then I went to sleep. I'm not feeling too well. I almost missed selling. I went to bed. Okay. So let's, if you have the time, at least, even if you are at work, Ruth, even if you're at work, find such opportunities because you'll get at least 3 opportunities per day. When the market opens, mid-morning, lunch hour, power hour. Okay. I have to go. I don't think we'll have a class this Sunday. It's a holiday, let's relax. But I'll show you guys how to count candles. We've been counting days, now you have to count candles. Just a glimpse. Whatever time frame you're counting, it's the same thing. So here we're consolidating. You want the first candle that breaks out of this consolidation, then you start counting. The same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 12. Every multiple of 3, you're anticipating to take profit. Whatever time frame. 15 minutes. So that when you're counting and it's a trend, you can even actually anticipate how long you're going to hold. If this candle is, if this is, so we had this consolidation, market as open is going up. 1, 2, 3, 4. It didn't go to 6. Anticipate a pullback. 1, 2, 3. Get a call. Going up. If this breaks, change of character breaks this, start counting. If it's going 6, keep holding. If it's going 9, keep holding. If it's going 12, keep holding. So this 1, 2, 3, mostly when the market opens, 15 minutes, those 3. If it's going 1, 2, 3, 4, it can go to 6. But if it's not going to 6, anticipate a pullback. Pullback, 1, 2, 3. Higher, low. Get calls. Start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Aye. Okay. You can count candles. The way we count days, count candles. Okay. Now, if you're seeing your stock, you're counting, this is your, how do you count? Are you counting anything here? No. Oh, yeah, this consolidation. Okay. So here we are counting consolidation. The market has opened, is running up. You're seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It didn't go to 6. What did it do? Start pulling back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then what? Consolidation. You have time. The first candle that breaks, this is a 15 minute. The first one that breaks this, it is telling you it wants to go down. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ugh. You're holding. So we'll do counting candles on 4 hours so that we know, and 1 hour when to swing. So sometimes people are swinging and that stock is pulling back and it's done over 6 candles. I rewind. That's why I say that. That's why I said I don't want to do it today. Charity. You can even count candles on 1 minute. The same thing we are counting. When a stock is doing this, it's consolidating. Okay? You want when it's broken a key level, it is going up. So we know a strong trend, 6 to 9 candles. If this is going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it doesn't even hit 6 candles. The 6, the pullback we need is 6. Then you start seeing pulling back and consolidation. If you count these candles, consolidation, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It took 12 candles consolidating. And this is 15 minutes. So all this time it was consolidating. Then the candle that breaks this consolidation level is telling you it wants to go down. Just know you are holding. So it's going down 3 candles, still hold. 6 candles, still hold. 9 candles, the market is closed. Sell, you're done. Guys, it's very easy to trade. It's the same thing. Charity, you still want me to rewind? I'll talk about it more. Not today. I'm not feeling too well. But that's how you count. If you want to find your entry and you see a stock is not doing here, those people who trade on 5 minutes, okay, a stock is going up, you anticipate, so six candles on 5 minutes, that is 30 minutes. You can be in that trade 30 minutes. If it's going to 9 candles, 9 times 5, that is 45 minutes. You can be in that trade 45 minutes. Now, if you turn on your levels for the day, okay, so this stock is above CPR, it's going up. You can actually see, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I don't know where I started. So this is the candle that broke this consolidation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So if it's a strong trend, you know, I'm holding 6. This is 5 minutes. 6 candles is 30 minutes. 9 candles is 45 minutes. 12 candles is what? 1 hour. Tuko pamoja. Kwaherini. So today, please, you have all these tools. You can find that those are already, this one squeezing. You can count the candles. If it's pulling back, wait and see. If it's 5 minutes, wait for 15 minutes. 3 candles pulling back. If it's going more than 3, then it means it's going all the way to 6 candles. If it's not pulling back, going back up, then that's not a pullback, it's going down. 9 candles. If you're on 15 minutes, the same thing. Count the same way. So you're not making decisions, I'm holding. And what are you holding? A stock that is going down, clearly showing you, count those candles going down. So for those people who wait for a stock to pull back, if a stock is running up, wait for it to pull back. Count those candles, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, give it an opportunity, 3 candles. If a stock is running up, let's know this already going up. I can anticipate 6 more candles, 9 candles, 12, like that. Wairini, where's Dawn? Sign us off.
Let's make this money.
Oh yeah.
Let's make this money, guys. See, I was clearing
Oh,
my throat.
hi Dale.
I was clearing my throat yesterday, getting ready, and Dawn did it better than me. But anyway, let's make this money.
It's nice to hear your voice.
You
Okay,
too.
mine is terrible. Let's make this money. Thank you.